everybody. Hope y'all doing well. We're gonna try this test. This is a budget check session to make sure that your dry fire practice and everything is working properly. Things that I use just to make sure that I still got it, so to speak. First drill I want to do is I call it the cold shot, because it's been probably close to a month since I've been out on the range. So since I was on the range, all this time has proceeded, and if I was to get into an altercation today, I want to know just quick draw, fire, headshot, how far off was I going to be, or if I will be. We're going to do that real quick. I'm going to do it covered. Same as if you was walking down the street. I apologize if the wind is making any noise problem. So here we go. It's the cold shot. Now, that's a miss. That means I'm not practicing enough. Now, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to do a 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. I went too quick, so I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Bam. Again, got him in the chest, but the headshot I pulled to the left again. So, this is a prime example for the next session. There's a drill called the 5 and 1. 5 and 1 consists of, take my mag out, empty the gun. As you can see, I hope you can see that the chamber is empty. So now I'm going to proceed. The 5 and 1 drill is 5 dry shots, 1 live. Then 4 dry shots, then live, until you get down to 1 shot. Hey Chief, can you come on up here and take a closer look at that? Pulling it after the dry shots, brought it right back in. I'm not hanging out too far back. I'm guessing this is probably about 7 yards, 21 feet. The way I understand it, most of your altercations will occur in about 12 feet. So if you want to go out further, that's fine. If you feel comfortable with that, then do that. If you need to move up closer, then do that. It's just all about just trying to get that check done to figure out where you're at. I'm pleased with that. I'm going to run a couple more dry fires just to be sure. And then we will move on to the next one. Okay, that one was just a hair above it, but we're still in the brain cavity. So now that I've done that, I'm feeling comfortable with my right hand. Now let's go southpaw. When I go southpaw, we're going to do the same 3 things that I just did with my dominant hand, with my non-dominant hand, drawing and everything. And this is where it's going to get difficult, because how many people really practice with their southpaw? All right. Cold shot, left hand, draw and fire. was a little high too, but still in the head. Now we'll do 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Got my chest, flew wild on my head. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the dry fire. See if I can't bring it back in. Okay. So right next to that high one, this was a triangle. So that did help bring it back in. And again, I was going slower, so that could be my problem as well. Maybe I just need to slow it down a little bit. Alright, we brought that one even tighter back into the triangle. With that being said, we're going to take a small break. I'll be right back. Okay, just to touch on this real quick, because I didn't go through the whole 5-in-1 round drill for either hand, my round count's only at 12 at this point. So I got 12 shots out, 3 wilds. I don't like any wilds. I don't think any of us do, but shit happens. This next one I'm going to do is to get us turning. Some might know it as the 180 drill, others something else, but it's designed for multiple attackers and it's to keep you moving and making sure that you're looking at everything. I don't have a range to where I can have one on one side and one on the other, so I'm just going to go ahead and pretty much make my shot 360 and then make my shot again. This is going to be a controlled pair to the chest both times. We'll do it with our dominant and then our non-dominant hand. From the draw. Okay. They're all in the spine box. So I'm pleased with that. Now we'll do the non-dominant. I know, I screwed up, I switched hands. But I will say this much though, my left hand still needs some work. Those are my left hand shots on the first run. Brought it back in for the, yeah, those southpaw needs some work. So I'm going to do that one again. I got 4 rounds out, so I'm going to do that one again because I'm still under my round count line. Slowed it down, brought it back in. I'm pleased with that. At the end of this whole thing, depending on how many rounds you got out, always keep track of what you were messing up on. With me, it's always my left. So if I have any rounds left over under that box of 50, I'm probably going to consistently work on my left hand just to go ahead and bring it back in. Now, another situation that could happen is we get knocked over. So, starting off with dominant, but you have knee or back problems, I understand if you can't do this. This isn't everybody has to do everything that I do. These are just some things to put in your toolkit when you're out on the range. But I usually go ahead and cross my legs and then roll backwards after the draw. You can do it however you like. You can do it once you are down on the ground or whatever the case might be. I like to have control of the gun, but the situation might dictate differently. So this is with the dominant hand. Okay. They're in there. Now non-dominant. Okay. With that being said, sometimes to avoid getting knocked over, you might take a knee. We'll go ahead and do controlled pairs for that as well. Now the non-dominant. It might not all be straightforward. So I also like to go ahead and roll to the one side or the other and or both to go ahead and do a lying down shot. Take a quick break. Okay, sorry about that. Did my laying down to the right, ran out of ammo, so I went to go reload my spare mag and take care of things. I don't do all the editing stuff, so you see it as it happens. So I'm going to real quick, I'm going to do drop into the non-dominant, the left-hand side, putting 2 controlled rounds. That's one thing I did want to bring up. All of my pairs are controlled pairs. I know we can all make a joke that I had a couple of wilds and they were kind of uncontrollable, but they were controllable. I didn't slow down enough. The reason I want to do controlled pairs is because that makes you focus on recoil management. You want that muzzle to come back down before you're sending that other shot out. So, as opposed to the forced pairs, it's just racking 2 rounds out. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to do one more exercise. And now we have a jam. Okay, so with that being said, my round count is 35 rounds now, still under a box of 50, and I definitely know what I need to work on at this point. with that being said, at this range, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and get the job done, provided the bad guy gives me enough time. So, I want to move out a little bit, just see exactly what my range is before it starts spreading apart. We're going to use a clean target just so that we know where I'm at. So I'm going to start off